Today you're going to get ohmed on a 200 watt squonk mod called the Topside Dual by DOVPO Vape.
Let's get into it.
Hey guys, welcome to Spitback. I'm Dave.
And I'm Nathan.
And we give reviews on vapor products and give you our thoughts and opinions about them. Today, Nathan has brought us Topside Dual Squonk by DOVPO.
Boom.
So when did you purchase this?
When did I purchase it? It was a couple weeks ago. I just got it like a week ago. And I freaking love it. I love this.
So he's going to tell you a little bit about it.
As you guys probably have already seen with one of our previous videos with our special guest Austin, where we went over his Pulse RDA. It's not like your traditional, like going over the RDA kind of thing like you're used to seeing. It's more, we're gonna mostly just talk about it. I want you guys to know after experiencing this for about a week now, I want you guys to know what I think of it. So, and then I'll also be giving this a rating, and then we'll close. Okay. So, anyway, this is as David said, this is a 200 watt. I have been using the Rage Squonk for a while now, which I still really enjoy the Rage. However, I like to run in volts, and that would not allow me to run in volts, just strictly watts. This one does allow me to run on volts. It also has a puff counter on there. The puff counter, however, is not shown on your actual main screen. You have to go into the settings, and you can find it in there. But the fact that they still have it is pretty cool. I guess on the single DOVPO Topside, it didn't have the puff counter, from what I'm hearing. And, I've done my fair share of watching reviews and stuff on them, and I don't think it had the puff counter, which some people really want that puff counter. To me, I could care less about how many puffs I'm taking. I really don't care. I know I take a lot of puffs, but to some people, I know there's some people out there that really like it. So this hits real hard, it hits fast, very powerful. The only con that I have found through my research is the weight. And it's not even that super heavy for me. I mean, you can't expect to buy this and put it in your pocket and walk around. If you're thinking about doing that, then I wouldn't recommend buying this. It's not meant for that, just like a lot of the mods that they have out nowadays. Unless you're going to be getting a pod system or something, I wouldn't you're not going to put it in your pocket and walk around. It's not realistic. So that's it, though. That's the only con that I've found on all the YouTube videos and stuff that I've seen. But it feels really nice in the hand. It doesn't look like it would, but it really does.
I was gonna say, it has an odd shape.
It really has an odd shape, but it feels, obviously if you have really small hands, it might not, but it does. It feels really good.
So if you fire with the trigger finger, it seems like it'd be all right. Mm-hmm. But what about the people that like to use a thumb?
It still feels okay.
That way it just feels awkward.
Yeah, I mean...
It doesn't, you have to, I don't know. It doesn't really...
When I first got it, I was firing it like that, but then I switched to doing it that way, how you're holding it now.
Yeah.
It's just more comfortable. I mean, we both have big hands, so that's why it makes more sense.
It's all right that way. It is still awkward, but this is the Desire X. It's actually more ergonomic than this thing.
Right.
So.
And it's newer than that. I mean, it gets more innovative the further we get,
So is that a dual battery then?
This is a dual. This is a dual battery.
That's why it's called the dual. Okay.
Correct. Yep.
The single, I assume, doesn't go up as high as for wattage?
That I'm not sure of. I might not. I'm not really sure.
I assume not. Most squonks don't, do they?
Are
just single battery?
I'm trying to think of what my Rage goes up to. I'm having a brain fart right now. I want to say it was 150 to 200, my Rage, but that's a dual though.
You don't even go anywhere near that usually.
Oh God, no. No, I like I said, I run on volts. I'm at 3.1 volts, which is about 63.5 watts. I like Austin that was on the show, he runs at like 80 watts. I have tried doing that before, but The two things with that is I go through juice so much faster because you're sucking up way more juice. It heats up and, it sucks all that juice up so much faster. Plus, I've noticed that it screws my coils and my cotton up way faster as well. So I try to preserve it, even though...
It probably kills your batteries real quick.
Yeah, and that's another topic too with this that I wanted to go over is the battery life. Now, a lot of some reviews I've seen, they compare it to the Basium. Which I also have the Basium Squonk mod at home. It's that block. It looks like that block,
Yeah.
The battery life on there is phenomenal. And I think they got the same thing with this because the battery life with this is, I've been vaping on this for a while now and look at my batteries. It shows both, well, you saw it in the close-up, but it shows both batteries on there, A and B.
We didn't do a close-up yet.
And... What?
We didn't do. Well, we'll.
We will. Okay. Yes.
Close-up.
Yes. I'm getting all mixed up.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, you'll see that in the close-up. But the battery life on this is just phenomenal. I love it.
Good.
The Rage battery life is, meh. It's okay, but this, I barely ever have to change it. So as I keep saying, I love this Squonk. I'm very happy with it, and the biggest thing that got me to get this. Thanks a lot, Austin, by the way, for messaging me and showing me this because I had to buy it. So thanks a lot for that. Is the top fill. A lot of people wouldn't think that it's that big of a deal, pulling the Squonk bottle from the bottom as the traditional Squonks are. But it really, that gets messy. It gets to be just kind of a pain in the butt, like with my Rage. And I'm sure a lot of you guys that have Squonks have experienced is it gets to be really messy. You're always constantly having to clean the bottle off, clean the inside of the barrel off, where the Squonk bottle goes. It just gets to be a mess. This, it stays perfectly clean all the time. All you do is just take this off, fill her on up, put it back on, you're good to go. It's awesome.
I don't own any Squonk mod. As a person that hasn't squonked, what do you think would appeal to me to use one for that, for instance?
What would okay, so the question is, what would make you want to switch to squonking?
Right, versus just dripping.
Okay, so
I'm the biggest thing there is I like to change juices quite a bit. I can't stick with one flavor. I like to have a bunch of different ones. I get vapor's tongue very fast.
A lot of that too is you got to find the right juice that you don't. But the thing that I highly recommend, because I have about 5 Squonks now at my house, I can't get away from them. But the thing that I would say that would benefit you is that you're constantly having to drip your juice.
Right.
That's the reason why people go to Squonks is because the convenience of just pushing the Squonk in. Or pushing the Squonk bottle in and you're juiced up and ready to go. So if you're driving somewhere, it's very unsafe. Don't drip and drive, Right. So while you're driving or whatever, if you're vaping, just, keep your eyes on the road and just, you're ready to rock.
So if you fill the bottle up, how long does it usually last you?
It all depends on how much you vape. I vape quite a bit throughout the day. I probably fill it on average probably 3 times a day because I vape a lot. I go and like we were talking about before too is it depends on your wattage. It depends on how much you vape. It depends on the wattage. Maybe even depend on the type of juice. It depends on your wicking, your coils. Some coils burn faster than others. Some depending on how you wicked it. It could, if you have a lot of cotton in there, then it's gonna take more juice to soak it up as compared to a lesser amount. You want that perfect amount of wicking. So
yeah, I guess that was my biggest question is how fast it went through juice.
Yeah.
Because if I were to get one, I don't want to be wanting wasting juice because I get bored of a juice too quick.
Right, yeah.
Because I rarely have that problem using tanks is I vape halfway through the tank and then
you have to dump out
I
the
just
remainder.
don't want it anymore, so I just end up wasting it by dumping it out.
I mean, the best thing I could tell you then is only fill up the juice halfway.
Right.
And then you don't have to really worry about it so much. That's what I would do.
How does it squonk like out of the pin there?
How does it
like? Does it go to the sides or right up the middle? Or?
This is
Well, that's based on the RDA itself, right?
Based on the RDA.
Okay.
To my knowledge, anyway. And I'm no expert with this, guys. Okay. A lot of questions he might ask, I probably won't know. I'm just talking as a verified I'm verified to purchase
Consumer.
I'm a verified consumer.
Right.
I cannot talk today.
We're not experts.
No.
We're just here to share our thoughts and opinions.
I'm just telling you guys what I would want to hear as someone at home watching,
from the average person.
Correct. And I would want to hear somebody being blunt about stuff too. I don't want no sugar coating or nothing like that. And I'm going to tell you, hands down, if any of the things that I'm telling you right now appeal to you, I recommend buying one of these. Highly recommend it. I have the Drop Dead on here. It's my custom made one with the horde symbol on there because I'm a WoW geek.
That's a dead rabbit.
What did I say?
Drop Dead.
Dead rabbit. Sorry. So like I said, I can't think or talk today. But yeah, it's my dead rabbit on here. My custom made one, which I've really starting to fall back in love with my dead rabbit.
So, I guess you said you've been using this for over a week now.
Then? Yep.
What would you rate it as from a mod standpoint, not included like the
right? No, you're not, and you can't really go based off flavor or nothing like that.
Right.
This is strictly just the mod
functionality, and stuff like that. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to rate this at a 9.
Is it one of your favorites that you own then?
It is my favorite.
Sweet.
Of the ones that I own by far.
Let me see it again. I mean, it feels, even though it's got some weight to it, I mean, it feels like it's made
very well made.
Good. It's is that like? It's got to be some steel alloy, something or another. It's not plastic.
No, it's.
I mean, even at the top and the bottom of the black parts, not plastic either. And yeah, it looks.
It's very well made. And
Jay, like I could check this at somebody and knock them out.
Oh god! Now, if you want to do that, get the basium. That's like a brick. The basium, is, to me, it's not ergonomic at all. This, they're focusing more on ergonomics. It's just really comfortable. This one is the silver one, by the way, that I have. It looks more white. I like it though, but
I don't know, silver.
I want
light silver.
I'd really want the black one, but everywhere you go, they're sold out. Everywhere.
Do you think? In my opinion, I would think the black one would be more up to get scratched up.
Yeah, I would say.
I mean, I've got the Chaos Z here. It's all black, but I have ordered a custom rubber case from Mod Shield that if I take it out and about, I usually have that on it. So
yeah,
I mean,
I look at my mods as cell phones. Kind of the first thing I do when I get one, I want to find a protector for them.
Yeah, like this, the Desire here, Desire X, it's definitely been scratched up. So it's white, so
makes it vintage.
Yeah. That's actually, some of them look pretty awesome. I've seen.
Oh yeah.
People that got all scratched up and stuff. I don't know if people
the
do that
old
on
style
purpose,
ones.
but yeah.
No, they look cool.
Or they just been used.
It's like that guitar, the Stevie Ray Vaughan's guitar or whatever. Isn't that like the vintage look? But anyway, like I said, I don't get too crazy with details about it. I'm just letting you guys know what I think about it. I'm trying to think of anything else I can say about it. Do you have any other questions in regards to it?
I mean, I think you've covered. It's the
no rattles.
Oh yeah, that's battery cover wise.
I guess, and one thing I forgot to mention is the only thing, if I were to get really picky and have a con about it, is the fire button. I don't like how it wiggles a little bit. I'm just being picky though when I say that. It's not that big of a deal.
All my fire buttons are wiggly too.
Yeah, and this fire button kind of, it feels good when you fire it though. I mean, it's
nice and clicky.
It's really nice and clicky.
This one's really clicky.
Oh yeah, yeah. And the squonk bottle on there, I have OCD. And so the design, I always like it to be, you know, in the middle, right there. This doesn't really move. I love that fact. On my Rage, obviously it's not a top fill on my Rage, so I have to keep pulling it out and filling it up. I put it back in. I always turn it to where the Rage symbol or the Desire symbol is in the middle facing out. Maybe that's just me. I don't know if any of you guys have to do that with your mods, but no, I think from here on out, any squonk that I get, I'm going to be sticking with top fills because this is a lifesaver. Dual, because the singles batteries don't last near as long is what I've seen on, and I have the Vandy Vape at home, and that's dual. The Vandy Vape, I can't remember exactly which one of the older ones, I guess, but the batteries don't last worth a crap on there. Good mod. Just doesn't, the batteries don't last very long.
So that'd be a perk of having the dual.
A dual, oh yeah.
Single is the batteries.
The battery life.
A lot longer.
Normally they're a lot more powerful too.
Okay.
The last thing you want to do is be going on a trip or something, like for us going to Des Moines or something, and oh, my battery's dead. I didn't bring any spares. You know, with this, I could, and I get paranoid about that stuff too. With this, I could put new batteries in it before I go, and I could be super confident that they'll last me the whole day with heavy vaping on a road trip. So, yeah.
How long? I guess have you actually timed it? How long does the batteries actually last?
No, I've not actually timed it.
I mean, longer than average. It sounds like.
I would say longer than the average for sure. As someone like me who has experience, apologize for the noises, by the way. There's
people
a lot
upstairs.
of stuff. People upstairs, a lot of stuff going on. But anyway, I would say on average it lasts a lot longer. As someone like me that has singles and duals, multiple singles and duals at home, because I also have another single. I can't remember what it is, but yeah, this one by far lasts longer than all the other ones. So
did you order this online?
yes. Where did I get it?
Was it from Element?
Element Vape, I believe, is where I got this. Normally, my go-to sites when I purchase vape stuff is Vapor DNA or Element Vape. Is it Element or Element Vape? ElementVape.com. Those are primarily the two places that I go. However, there is a site called FastTech.com that I purchased my Rage from, because normally the Rage, I believe, goes for around $100, give or take. But the Fast Tech, I got it for around $60-something. You just got to be careful though, because you got to make sure it's authentic on there before you order it.
You got a lot of Chinese knockoffs.
Yeah, which I got lucky because mine is authentic, and I got it for a really good deal. The only other con with that is it's going to take longer because it's from China. It's going to take longer for it to get to you. So if you're patient and you're willing to wait, you could save some money by going there. Just check out some things. So something to kind of look at. But yeah, if you're impatient like me, then go to Element or Vapor DNA if they're in stock. Vapor DNA is out of stock on a lot of things for me that I go to look at, or different colors that you want. But I'm happy with this color. I'm really happy with it. The silver, it goes good with my black Dead Rabbit.
Oh yeah,
and everything.
Etching in there. Yeah.
I mean, you gotta be color coordinated a little bit with this stuff if you get really into vaping anyway. So, yeah.
The hobby side of it.
Yeah, for sure.
Anything else to add?
No.
Well, we'll go up close here and kind of show you a little more details on the vape or the mod itself, and
I'll show you guys how it vapes here real quick. That's at 3.1 volts, by the way. I'm at a 0.15 ohm. And I'm vaping, in case you're wondering.
What is the wattage? Because I think the common person uses
It's 63.5 watts. On the screen, it will show you. I don't know how well you can see what I'm doing, but
we'll show you up close.
Yeah, it'll show you on there when you fire the watts that you're doing. So
cool.
Vape's very, very good, and I'm vaping on a juice that we're gonna have a review out for called Geek. Through the Revenge line from Diamond Vapor.
Coming soon.
Coming soon to a theaters near you.
Probably next week.
As long as we don't get hit with the plague again like we did. Woo! And here we have the DOVPO Topside Dual Squonk 200 watt. Just gonna do a real brief up close here so you guys can see it. There's the screen right there. So just kind of to show you, I got the volts there, the watts, ohms, the two batteries right there. And if you hold the negative and the fire button together, that'll bring you to this screen here. You can, do the power, voltage, temperature control, which I have no desire to go into to do any of that, but if that's up your alley, floats your boat, go ahead and go for it. One thing that is kind of cool though is the stats. If you go in there, I just reset mine, but it will give you the puff count and a time on there also. Go ahead and exit there. You can also reset it also. And then you can go ahead and exit out of there right there. Just push the fire button. Also, you can click 3 times on the fire button. Now the fire button's locked, but you can still go up and down here. And also, you can push the negative and the positive together. And you can just lock the keys right there. I apologize if you can hear any commotion going on in the background. We've got some wild kids upstairs going nuts. So just to unlock them, you push those together. There you go. Another kind of cool thing with this is you can push those two together, lock your keys, and then click the positive 3 times. If I can do it, there we go. So now we're in, I believe it's called like a phantom mode or something like that. So you can fire it and the screen doesn't come on or anything. It stays all black. So that's kind of cool. And just to get out of that, you can just push one of these buttons and then push and hold the negative and positive. So now you're back. So it's kind of cool. Top fill right here. You can unscrew this right here and you can fill it up. Let me show you real quick. So you'll unscrew it and then you'll feel it pop up. And that's at that time, you can pull it right off because you got the suction right here to kind of keep it from leaking. So you can see in there, that's where you'd fill it right there, right in these 2 holes right here. That's where you'd fill up your juice. One thing too, it's kind of a dark squonk bottle as you can see, but you can still see the juice line. So when you're filling it up, number one thing is you want to make sure you do not overfill it on here. You don't want that coming around here. So what I do is when I'm filling it up, keep it level. And as soon as you can't see the line anymore up here, that's when I stop. Kind of my trick. And one thing too that maybe I'm just dumb, I don't know, but when you're putting this back on, I was at first trying to put it on like this. As you can see, look at the suctions on there. You want to match them up on here like this, and that's how you're going to get it in. So what you'll do is you'll put it in, set it in there like that, and then you'll want to push down, find the threads. Oops. It's kind of hard how I'm on the video here. Okay, there we go. Find the threads because it's got a spring on there. So push down, find the threads, and start turning. You'll feel it, and then there you go. Just make sure it's don't be a Hulk or anything and squeeze or put it too tight on there because you don't want to ruin those threads or anything. But just put it on there where it's snug, and there you go. You're ready to rock. So, and then you also down at the bottom here, you just pull out on here and your batteries come out right here, your dual. And also, if you see here, just a spot for your fingernail. When you pull this out, which I'll show you here real quick, you just pull that out and it's kind of spring activated right there. You can just flip that up. It'll tell you right there, your negative and your positive. You'll have those. So the negative, it shows right there, you'll have that facing up here, and then the positive facing up. And then also right here, which I might not, it's really snug in there, which I'm happy because you don't want it to not be too snug. You just put your fingernail in there and you pull out, and you can pull your whole entire, there we go. You can pull that whole entire thing out right there. So yeah, and I think I shouldn't have done this with it. I shouldn't have done this with it on its side because then I leaked juice all over. But yeah, just wanted to kind of show you that. So I'm gonna have to clean that up now.
I was looking for a rag. Oh, here we go.
Oh yeah. So yeah, that I'm just gonna set that off to the side. But yeah, make sure you have this. That was my own stupid fault to having it on the side. I just kind of wanted to show you easily, but it's not a big deal. All I have to do is just clean that up. So always make sure that it's level when you do that. So yeah, that's basically it. We're gonna go ahead and go up top and talk a little bit more about this. Have you guys used this mod before? If so, leave a comment below. Also, if you guys have any suggestions on any mods for us to review or any RDAs as well as juice, also leave a comment below.
If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up and please subscribe to our channel. Turn on the bell notification so you know when we release new content. Thanks for watching.
You've been ohmed.
Today you're gonna get ohmed on a 200 watt. Today you're gonna get ohmed on a 200 watt. Today you're gonna get ohmed on a 200 watt squonk mod called Topside Dual. Today you're gonna. Hey guys, welcome to Spitback. My name's Dave.
And I'm Nathan.
And hey guys, welcome to Spitback. My name's Dave.
And I'm Nathan.
And we give ratings in.
Glad you got the hard part. Have you guys used this mod before? If so, leave a comment below. Also, went all night without